Zion Williamson's name once struck fear into defenders across the NBA, and his dazzling talent promised to revolutionize the game. Yet what should have been the start of an unstoppable legacy has been marred by a series of unexpected setbacks, controversies, and injuries. Zion's story is a cautionary tale of how quickly a player can go from unquestionable future star to an NBA career on the brink of disaster. This is the insane story of how Zion Williamson's once promising career nearly imploded, and how it might still be saved. The phenomenon out of high school, a future superstar in the making. Zion Williamson's journey started with unparalleled hype. In high school, he was a basketball prodigy who had it all: size, power, athleticism, and an unmatched highlight reel that made sports fans around the world buzz with excitement. At just 6 feet 6 inches and 285 pounds, he played with the grace of a guard and the explosiveness of a power forward, leading many to dub him as the next big thing in basketball. He was unstoppable on the court, dunking over defenders and hitting jump shots with ease. Zion's name became synonymous with basketball greatness before he even played an NBA game. His electrifying performances at Duke University only solidified the narrative that he was destined for superstardom. By the time the 2019 NBA draft rolled around, it was clear that Zion was a once-in-a-generation talent, a player who would instantly change the franchise that selected him. When the New Orleans Pelicans won the lottery and secured the first overall pick, the NBA universe collectively held its breath. Zion was expected to step into the league and become the face of the Pelicans, leading the team to new heights and dominating the game for years to come. But little did anyone know, his rise to NBA stardom would not be without its hurdles. The first injury, the nightmare begins. Just as Zion was about to make his much-anticipated NBA debut, the unthinkable happened. A knee injury in the preseason forced him to miss the first 3 months of his rookie season, causing an ominous cloud to hang over his career before it even started. What had been the beginning of a glorious journey quickly turned into an injury-riddled nightmare. While Zion's recovery showed promise, many questioned whether his massive frame was a double-edged sword. Was his body simply not built to withstand the rigorous demands of the NBA? His size, while offering him incredible power and athleticism, also seemed to put tremendous strain on his joints and muscles, making it harder for him to stay healthy in the long run. Zion returned to the Pelicans after his extended absence and immediately showcased his incredible skills, averaging over 22 points per game on nearly 60% shooting. Yet the injury concern lingered like a dark cloud. Fans and analysts alike wondered if Zion would ever stay healthy long enough to reach his full potential, and whether his body could hold up in the NBA's grind. The weight struggle, a career in jeopardy. As Zion began to play more frequently, it quickly became apparent that another issue was hampering his career: his weight. Zion, known for his muscular frame, had always been a physically dominant player, but rumors started to surface that his weight was creeping up. In the NBA, players are expected to stay in peak physical condition to withstand the physical demands of the season, and Zion's weight became a major concern for the Pelicans coaching staff. Despite being incredibly explosive on the court, Zion's weight issues began to affect his explosiveness and agility. He looked sluggish at times, and fans noticed a shift in his movements. Reports started circulating that Zion was struggling to maintain his conditioning, and the rumors were fueled by images of him looking noticeably heavier during various points in his career. This became a critical juncture in his NBA career. Would Zion be able to maintain his health and focus on his conditioning to fulfill his potential? Or would the weight issues derail what had been one of the most promising starts in recent memory? Despite the Pelicans' attempts to address the issue, Zion's fitness level continued to be a major talking point, and it became clear that the clock was ticking. The mental battle, off-court drama takes a toll. As if his physical struggles weren't enough, Zion's career soon began to be clouded by off-court drama. The media frenzy, fueled by the expectations placed on him, took a significant toll on Zion's mental health. The pressure to be perfect, to live up to the next LeBron comparisons, and to carry a franchise on his shoulders began to weigh heavily on the young star. On top of that, Personal controversies and public scrutiny surrounding Zion's private life began to emerge. With social media and paparazzi constantly invading his space, it was difficult for Zion to find peace amidst the chaos. A long road to redemption. Can Zion bounce back? Despite everything working against him, Zion Williamson is still incredibly young, and his career is far from over. As the years go on, he continues to show glimpses of what made him a once-in-a-generation talent. When healthy, he remains an unstoppable force, and his potential is still something to behold. But the real question is, can Zion rebound from the setbacks and create a legacy for himself that lives up to the expectations? The Pelicans have invested heavily in Zion, hoping that his career can still be salvaged. There have been glimmers of hope, a strong stretch of games here, a healthy offseason there. But ultimately, Zion's career is still in jeopardy. He must address his physical condition, avoid further injuries, and mentally prepare himself for the demands of being an NBA superstar. Only time will tell whether Zion Williamson will be able to fulfill his potential or whether his career will remain a cautionary tale of what happens when a once promising future fades into unfulfilled potential. The future. Will Zion ever reach his full potential? The road ahead for Zion Williamson is uncertain. Can he transform himself from the player with a troubled past into the player who once was dubbed the next NBA legend? The pressure on Zion to live up to the expectations of being the number one pick still looms large, but the trajectory of his career remains in his hands. If he can regain control of his health, conditioning, and mental well-being, he might just still fulfill the promise he showed as a teenager. But in a league as cutthroat as the NBA, time is of the essence. The clock is ticking, and whether Zion can overcome his past struggles and make a successful comeback will determine whether his name is remembered as a legendary talent or as a cautionary tale of a career lost to injury, weight, and pressure. The world is watching, and only Zion himself can decide the final chapter of this insane story. As Zion continues to battle through his struggles, it's clear that his story isn't over yet. The road to redemption may be long and difficult, but Zion's sheer talent and determination are undeniable. If he can overcome his injuries, improve his conditioning, and find mental clarity, he still has the potential to be a force in the NBA. The big question is, will he be able to put it all together, or will the weight of his past setbacks prove too heavy to overcome? One thing is for sure, the basketball world is still watching, and fans are eager to see how Zion Williamson's career unfolds. Could he still become the superstar we all expected, or will his story be one of missed opportunity? The next chapter of this insane journey is still waiting to be written, and only time will tell if Zion can silence the critics and prove that he is more than just a what could have been. If you're shocked by the twists and turns of Zion Williamson's career, make sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of NBA superstars. Do you think Zion can make a successful comeback, or has his career already reached its peak? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and hit the notification bell so you never miss another breakdown of the NBA's biggest stories.